Hey everyone, this is my thoughts on spots. I'll just be looking at different spots from my spot book from Cincinnati. When I lived there, I spent a lot of time just driving around, riding my bike around, trying to find things. Especially during the pandemic, a lot of solo missions. So I'm just going to go through the book, talk about finding them, any interesting tricks and interesting stories that have happened there. All right. When I first started doing this, I was sending the spots back to my friends back home. I had just moved to Cincinnati, definitely missing my buds, so I would send them to him, and my buddy Nick Trakoff was like, oh, if you save them to your folder, it automatically pins the spot for you. So I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. So I started a Google folder with all the spots, and then the first one was this U-Haul spot, which I thought was pretty sick and unique, but it turns out that this spot is literally in every single city. I guess U-Haul just makes this spot at all their buildings. It's whatever their code is. Kind of like back in the day, those Hardee's banks, like every single Hardee had some like brick white banks outside. Kind of those kind of vibes, like, oh, this is kind of a cool spot that's ubiquitous. So this is the first spot I found, and I think I was just riding my bike around. I'm sure I didn't actually find it, but the spots I'm going to talk about are, I definitely didn't find all of them. It's just spots that I stumbled upon. So the thing that makes this one unique in Cincinnati is that there's like a 4 or 5 stair gap at the bottom, so you can grind the rail, land in the bank, and then skate the gap. Pretty well, I know for a fact Nick Trakoff did front 50 on the flat bar and then tray flip into the bank, or not into the bank, down the gap. And I'm pretty sure Zach Kincaid did back 50 and then back big spin down the gap. So it's not really Smith grindable. The rails are too low, but you could do nose grind or 5.0 or get weird with a manual trick maybe. But it's a pretty fun spot to mess around at. So this was the one that kind of got me sparked on, just riding around looking for stuff. Especially since I came from Bloomington, Indiana, and the spots there are complete shit. It's like terrible spots, but good skate parks. So really easy to be a skate park rat there. But coming to Cincinnati, bigger city, cool architecture, hills, got me sparked on skating street and finding spots. Okay, so this one's interesting. It's obviously a pool. Midwest pools are extremely rare, and this one was actually kind of decent. Obviously very hard to skate. I actually never skated it. Second spot I ever stumbled upon in Cincinnati, just riding down Central Park, maybe, really close to my house. Went out back behind this kind of sketchy motel, and there it was. I heard stories about some of the OGs back in the day, just like renting rooms at the motel and just kind of partying there all weekend and skating it. The manager at the time was cool with it. Last time I went there, it was filled in with dirt, so definitely blew up by not skating that thing. This spot's cool. It's ledge off of a loading dock. Angle iron ledge, very good, maybe foot tall ledge with like maybe a 5 foot tall drop. So definitely scary. But if you get on a trick like early on, it doesn't seem like it would be that bad to take the drop. I mean, I'm not going to skate it, but you should. There was a truck in front of it for years, and last time I went there was no truck. I think Boo did something on it in the most recent Cincinnati video. So yeah, get some if you're there, if you want to get buck. I'll send you $1.50 if you back nose grind it. Probably already been done in a whole corpse video. Okay, this is just a shitty bank under a bridge. At the time, me and my buddy Brant were stoked on going around skating spots. We've always kind of been bowl trolls. Well, I guess Brant probably skated more street than I did, but mostly skated transition with him. But when I moved there, we kind of got hyped on hitting the streets, and I just thought this clip was hilarious because, you know, Brant's actually pretty good at skating. He just doesn't bust it out very often, but this is just a terrible example of a kickflip attempt. It's just a good representation of the level of street skating we were doing at the time. Alright, so this spot is called Funtown, and it's absolutely terrible. The ground is really bad. When I went there, I was like, oh, I can definitely do like a back pivot or a front pivot on that windowsill, and never even got close. I actually went there probably like 3 or 4 times to try it. The funniest part about it is on the door over here, it says it's called Funtown, and it has a little arrow pointing to it, and it's like the opposite of Funtown. It's like the worst spot ever. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Gary Collins did a backside stall on it in some old video, but I've never seen it in any other footage. So this double set is actually really good. The run up is absolutely perfect, no crack. It's not a long double set. The only thing is weird is it's kind of skinny, so 180 tricks are kind of scary, but I don't think anything's been done on it, so someone go, you know, at least kickflip it or something. This is actually the first double set I ever ollied, and maybe the only one. This is a tail drop, a pretty buck tail drop off a roof, probably like a 6-foot drop. I have no idea if it's even still there or not, but it would be sick. Someone can definitely do it. Daniel, where are you at? This spot's fun. You can like sort of mess around, do stall tricks and manual tricks. I bricked one of them to try to skate like a hubba and never did, so, you know, someone should skate it. It's pretty fun. All right, the Grant Taylor rail. So Grant Taylor and Elijah Burrell ollied over the back to grind down this. At least I'm pretty sure they both did it over the back. Maybe one did backside grind, but I'd always thought that was weird that Elijah Burrell did like the exact same trick Grant Taylor did for his ender in some video. I can't remember what it was. Lots of people gotten broke off here. Seen multiple people roll their ankle on the steps. It's really low to get on. It's actually a good rail. I would love to see. Oh, the best thing that's ever been attempted was Dustin Dolan try to no slide it. So, yeah, get some if you're a rail jock. This one I feel like an idiot for because it was one of the first spots I found. I was like, oh, sick wall ride. But then someone smarter than me waxed up the stairs next to it so you can do tricks on the stairs into the cellar door. Very Bobby Pulio approved. I saw that he had some feature on one of those like hipster mag websites where he was talking about cellar doors for 2 hours, so definitely didn't watch that. I'm sure it was terrible, but he would be hyped on this spot. Daniel Stevens front blunt fake heat into it, which is by far the best trick done. But some other sick shit has been done there, like 180 nose grand 180 was also very good. All right, this is a classic Cincinnati spot. Not much to say about it. It's got a lot of options. I just stopped here on this one because when I first started skating with my friend Trey, he had like only been skating like maybe even less than a year, and he was trying to ollie up on one of these blocks and completely hung up, and it's the worst hang up I've ever seen. There's like a photo I have somewhere. I'll try to find it of him just like probably 4 feet in the air ready to dive to his shoulder. So hopefully I can find that footage. If not, you're missing out because it was hilarious.